Hello my dear heart Aquarius, thank you very much for tuning into your December readings for 2015. I am so sorry about the delay in getting this done for you. The reason being that we've had several power cuts over the last 2 weeks and it's really set back a lot of my progression here with getting the readings done, so I do apologise about that. But I thought I'd do something a bit different, saving time, narrating, taking pictures, loading it, pasting it together, putting it on the thing and then saving that for 20 minutes. I just thought I'd do it live for you and just to see exactly what images came up and what messages came up as and when I was doing your reading, rather than meditating and then setting up a narration for you. Now we have the Rider-Waite deck and the Archangel Oracle from Doreen Virtue, so I hope that these messages seem to be coming through. Do let me know if you like this way of reading. Always happy to take a look and see what feedback is, and also if it resonates with you. Website's still up and running. If you would like a reading from me, just go there and I'll be able to answer any questions that you have. This is just a general reading for all Aquarius and what my guides and the cards seem to want to say for Aquarians in general. If you'd like a private personal reading, just get in touch and I'll be able to assist you. So, for the first week of the month, and I am counting this for the 7th of December, simply because I'm uploading it before then, but it will include any energies up until that point. This is going to be the energy that you're faced with, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So it's quite an alright little thing there, it's a good energy, it's a good beneficial energy. I do get the feeling that this is more taking action on what you need to do with your finances and the need to progress. So I do see within this card somebody who may be offering you something that will settle things down. You may have found that you're all over the place and you're going here, there, gotta go here, then I'm going there. There's not really any time to settle and be you. And again, I always say this every single month, you're the Rebel of the Zodiac. Some of my favourite people are Aquarians, including in real life and, celebrity land. Very intelligent, very strong, very innovative, and the mind that you have is incredible. So I get the sense that this could be somebody who's saying just ground your mind a little bit. Focus on the now and what's happening around you rather than focus on everything else. So be present, be your creative self, inhabit this. You are a timeless soul. It's time to take a moment to revel in the present and just be you. And I think that's what the earth signs generally have, but there is an action here. So I think that you could be taking action for something maybe you've put off for some time or deliberated on for some time. Even as I'm saying this, I don't know whether you can notice the incense is going absolutely wild. Well, you're in an air sign, so I suppose that's it. But I do get the feeling that this is going to be something quite rewarding for you. It's almost like they're giving you a reward for the previous effort that you've put into this. So take heart from that. Do enjoy the rewards that are coming through for you this month, because this seems to be a very strong feeling for you. The only thing is, in the second week, don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to things that you're scared of, losing. So, for instance, if somebody says, I'm moving to another town, yeah, we won't see each other very often, but you're still my friend, I still want to, don't feel like you have to cling on to them or cling on to the memories or cling on to something. That's a metaphor, but it could be happening. I get the sense that there could be something that's quite strong about this. It's almost like I have to save everything. Almost in the panic of, like when they had to have a storeroom, and it's all, you have to save everything, or a hoarder who saves everything just in case. Now, I think that this stems from fear of losing valuable things that are really, really strong for you and that you really hold dear. Even if it's a book that you had as a child, and the memories when you see that book, that's something that you really want to keep hold of. If you lose the book, you lose the memories, but that's not how it works, really. You just lose the prompting of it. I think that there's a theme here where you need to realise that your crowning thoughts, so your crowning thoughts always filter through to your heart chakra, and it goes down into your feet chakras as well. So whatever you are feeling and thinking may actually manifest throughout the rest of your body. And I know I'm speaking to people who are ascending or halfway ascended anyway. This could inhabit, or impact your ascension, because you're grounding yourself. Yes, it's very good, but there's a way of grounding yourself and there's a way of being stuck. And we also have the hanging man here. So we have these two things for the second week and for the last week, and I feel that what they're trying to say is don't inhabit yourself, don't go within too much, and don't hold on and get stuck in the way that things have always done. We've always done it like this. That's a trick. That's a tricky way of living. That's a tricky way of thinking. Those are the worst words and the worst phrase ever. Yes, people may have always done it that way, but it doesn't mean that there's not a better way of doing it. And I think that that's something that maybe you have to pay attention to in the second week, because your guides or the universe in essence wants you to make sure that you are living authentically. The universe wants to make sure that you are happy. You are not going to be happy if your crowning thoughts makes the rest of you disaligned or misaligned with itself, if you know what I mean. So do try your best to try and get this away and change your way of thinking this week if possible. Don't worry about the fear of holding on to friends so much. Your friends, if they are real friends, will stay there around you anyway, no matter where they are. For instance, I'm trying to think of an example. When a friend of mine moved away, they saw them every weekend, and they were, really chatting a lot, and they communicated a lot of the time. And I thought, oh great, this is a friend to stay. And then they moved back, I think about a year or two later, and they hardly ever heard from them. And that was just, I think, the case of the friendship taking a different course. But I think their friendship had fulfilled a part of, what needed to happen around that time. With you, and if something is ending or if something seems to be changing, let it flow. Just let it kind of riff through the reeds, because whatever's going to happen will happen anyway. It's better just to let it go with you. Oops. So the Ace of Wands, this comes from that, letting it change. So just letting everything change forwards, making sure that things are on a positive note. I mean, you are very much a case of creative, so you do have an inner storage of a lot of different ways of thinking. With this card particularly, I do see the fact that an opportunity or a thought may just be banging you on the head with this one. It could just be kind of, boop, there you go, blessed by the fairy godmother with divine intervention, divine meaning, divine idea, creativity. There's something that's coming through for you, and with the full moon on the 25th of December, it could be happening around there. Your ideas are going to be starting to come to fruition around this time. For me, I always feel my most witchiest when the moon is waxing and up to the full moon from the new moon. When it goes into waning mode, I kind of want to huddle up and I do all my other stuff that I haven't got done, maybe because I've been in too much of a witch frenzy. But I feel like this is something that needs to happen for you. You are maybe looking for a divine answer for something in particular, and it's on its way. So I think what they're just trying to say to you with that regard is don't worry. It's a coming for you. So it'll be fine. I know I wax lyrical a lot about that card. I didn't get so much about that one. I think that's going to depend on the individual. So you watching this video may get something entirely different from somebody else watching the video. So I don't want to generalize too much on that. This is very unique to the people actually receiving this. Not necessarily going to come on a silver platter, not necessarily going to come in a little box, but it is going to be very poignant for you, and you may actually feel like that has lifted now from you, which is a good thing. So as I was saying, you've got the Hanged Man towards the new year. Ooh, glare. Come on. There we are. So you've got this now, and I feel like there's a lot of potential with the Hanged Man that maybe people don't understand, because the way in which you are living now, that's a very strong way. You're ascending, you're half ascended, you're watching spiritual videos, you're wanting some guidance. The position you're in is quite a unique one. You have a different way, or the opportunity of looking at things a different way. And I feel like this time in this week, with it coming up to New Year, you may be starting to feel like, okay, I know what I need to do. I also get actually feeling a little bit bolshy with this card. Little bit, yeah, so what? I'm hanging upside down. What's it to you? Like, you don't care that you don't fit in. And people are like, oh, look, he's hanged. Not really. I'm still alive. I'm just different side up. I look at things a different way to everybody else. And that's what I feel from this. You're kind of showing people a new perspective. You're showing people how to look. You're showing people nothing is as a lot of people expect it to be. And I think you feel good about that. Again, the rebel coming through. But there does seem to be an element of, look, I know what I'm doing. I'm me. If you can't perceive me in the way that I am authentically, then that's your problem. But I hope that I can win you round to show that the way I live and the way I am is not wrong. I don't kill anybody. I don't harm anybody. I don't do any harm to anything. I'm very spiritual, or I treat everybody with as much respect as possible. That is a personality, and that is not different. And I think you are going to raise above a lot of criticism or a lot of pressure from other people, like the magazines, new year, new you, get your new body and get your new thing. You're not really going to be bothered about that. That's not what matters. What matters is who you are inside and how you resonate that outwards. And you could ruffle a few feathers, but who cares? Yeah, maybe they'll look good with ruffle feathers. Who knows? Okay, and actually that kind of ties in with this one, which is Courage from the Archangel Oracle deck. So this is Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So again, I feel this is more to do with the underlying message of the month, and it will come clear for you towards the middle, towards the end as well, that you could just go, when the Ace of Wands, you could just say, oh, my spotlight went off. You could just say, look, I really shouldn't be caring this much. And it's an inherent freedom that you get when you just decide that it's not as important as other people think. You need to get a good job that's at least $30,000 a year, or you need to make sure that you go to the gym every week, or you need to make sure that you're living in such and such and such, and if that's not part of your belief or it's not important to you, stand up for it. Or it could be something to do with charity that you start to get involved with. Changing perception doesn't have to just be breaking the mold. Changing perception could be, I'm giving food at a homeless shelter, and people go, oh, so homeless people just aren't bums on the street that I ignore as I walk past? No, I feed them, I clothe them, I help them. They are people that I help. It could be something to do with that. Standing up for your beliefs, being courageous, and showing people that actually there's more to this than meets the eye. So I get a good feeling about this month for you. There's a very deep rebel heart, I think I would say, about it. And for a lot of you, it's going to be challenging, especially with this. I do actually feel that that's something to do with a friend. And for the most part, it seems like there is a grounding, but also, I just want to say, it's almost like you're setting yourself free, but you're not flying in the sky. You are on a ship that the anchor's being removed, and you can now progress forwards and see the horizon clearer and what's important. So this seems amazing for you. I mean, I would like this reading for myself. I mean, it comes with its difficulties, but every reading does, because it is something to do with your inner issues, your outer issues. Anytime there's other people involved, you're going to be dealing with the essences of them. And especially with the current climate as it is, with all the issues that I've been experiencing lately around the world, we need to understand that we've always done it this way. It's not necessarily always the better thing. So maybe it is good that we have you, Aquarius. Actually, of course it's good that we have you, Aquarians. Again, like I said, they're some of my favourite people. So, just trying to get any more of a message for you, but I have nothing. Nobody else seems to want to chatter. I think I've done a good job with what they wanted me to say. So if you would like to get a personal private reading with me, just head to my website and I'll get in touch with you as soon as I see that there's been a purchase on there. Or just send me an email, follow me on Twitter, message me on Facebook. It's coming up almost to a year of me doing this on YouTube. And I just wanted to thank everybody because it's been such a humongous treat, pleasure, absolute honour to be able to read for you all. It wouldn't be possible for doing this without you. And I just thank you very much. I mean, I know I'm doing a kind of service, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like a joy to do it, a joy to give guidance. And I do hope that you Aquarians stay safe. I hope that this helped you. And I look forward to reading for you in 2016. The 2016 general video readings will be in December. Well, we're in December. In a few weeks for 2016. But if you'd like a personal view as to what your year looks like, the readings for that are available on my website. In the meantime, dear heart Aquarians, I will speak to you soon.